Greetings, YouTube. Happy Friday. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to MCOC Trucos. If you do not follow them on Facebook, Twitter, etc., they are incredible, and the graphics that their team produces in such a timely fashion every week it's just amazing. Their work is invaluable to this community, and I cannot say that enough. So in front of you is what I like to call, when I teach some very basic level of graphic design, at least at the college level. It's an infographic. It is a picture designed to give you information clearly and succinctly, and it is regarding the new rewards announcement in the last 24 hours of Act 6, Chapter 2. And the title of this video is going to be some form of a question, because I have seen this debated in the past 24 hours, and I've seen people on both sides. And I do think that you got to be careful to wait and see just how difficult the material is, right? How hard is it really with the average person's roster, which is weird to say, because if you're getting ready to fight Act 6, Chapter 2, you're not average at all. But there are a lot of quote-unquote in-game players who have reached the point where they're going to be ready to jump in and at least start this right when it comes out. So the question becomes, if you don't have the world's most amazing 6-star roster, are you going to be able to complete this without using thousands and thousands of units or potions and or revives? So the other question is, even if you have to do that, are the rewards worth the effort? People have compared this to Chapter 1 of Act 6, and I think that's a really bad idea, because the most important thing about Act 6, Chapter 1 was the title of Cavalier. That was priceless and is priceless by itself. But as far as I can tell, there is no such crazy awesome title with increased daily rewards, 4-hour rewards, chances for its own crystal progression, etc. for this. So because of that, it actually can be worse in terms of consequence for your progression than the previous chapter, even if the rewards are divvied up a little bit more. And you'll see that in the completion rewards, you do get 40% of a 6-star crystal, or at least a 6-star basic crystal, I should say. A fully formed basic 5-star, at least in terms of shards, 22,500 or half of a fully formed tier 5 basic, one fully formed tier 2 alpha catalyst, 750,000 gold, which is still a small amount. A class-based random 1 out of 6 RNG of the rank 3 to rank 4 5-star rank up gem, and then 3 Cavalier crystals, it looks like. And then we have, I love what they've done with this multicolored rainbow jacks of the tier 5 class catalyst crystal. I really think that that thing, it's cool that you get 1/4 of one. I mean, that's pretty awesome. But I guarantee you, unless you hit the 1 out of 6 RNG, and knowing that Kabam has a patent, of course, for dictating your future spending behavior and your crystal results based off your past, it's very hard for me to believe there's going to be anybody who actually, if they have 4 opportunities to get 1/4 of the same class of a tier 5 class catalyst crystal, that they get the same class all 4 times. It would be pretty amazing if they even get the same class 2 out of 4 times. Most likely, you're going to get one of each. You're going to get 4 different classes, or even worse, you're going to get the classes that you don't need, because the 6 stars that you have in your roster aren't great at all for that class, which is, of course, is designed to just make you spend more for that great champion once they're in the 6-star featured, or maybe added to the 6-star basic, etc. So the exploration rewards do give you that class prayer, 4 more tier 2 alpha catalyst fully formed, 1 fully formed tier 5 basic catalyst, 60% of a 6-star. So with that and completion together, you would be able to form a 6-star basic crystal. And then on top of that, enough for a featured 5-star, 5 calves, and 1.2 million gold. It is also important to note that the quests 1 through 6 completion plus exploration does divvy out better than we've seen before. Not only the random, and I still think we have seen 30 generic 5-star Awakening Gem, or not Awakening Gem crystals. I'm recording this at 1:30 a.m. and boy, is that obvious. We have seen 30 class-based 5-star 6 stones. That's the term I've been looking for 20 seconds. For like $20. So I'm still kind of confused as to why they're not at least making these generic. They have to know at this point that most summoners have plenty of 5-stars that are awakened that they're taking in to clear this content unless they're spending a ton of units. So because of that, I just wish 30 is not that much, right? I wish that they would include something better than the class-based 1 out of 6 RNG of the 5-star signature stone crystal. And then you get the gold, 99,000 tier 2 alpha. I mean, that's not bad. And 540 units, I guess, is pretty good as well. So I do think that they're trying to make it to where you do get some rewards faster versus having to complete and explore all the quests at once, which is the traditional method. But at the same time, there is no Cavalier title attached to this content. And so I do think, personally, just looking at this objectively, that the rewards are fairly underwhelming. But I have had people argue with me that I'm being too negative when it comes to that, and that they are very happy with the rewards. So, as always, I appreciate hearing both sides of the argument, and that is the purpose of this video. In fact, maybe the title of it will be, do you think the Act 6 Chapter 2 rewards are good, or great, or worth it? One of those terms, and then we'll kind of just have a discussion, because that's what is awesome about YouTube. So there you have it. Once again, huge shout out to MCOC Trucos for completing and showcasing, sharing, whatever you want to call it, this new infographic. Keep in mind, as you can see in the top right, that the class and rarity gates are going to be the norm for so many paths of this new content. It's going to make for some interesting rank up choices for people, but also, more than anything, it's going to limit the people's rank up choices they've already made, particularly with synergies, and I'm sure that's going to be very frustrating. So please let me know your thoughts on this new content below. Hopefully with this announcement, even though it's a long shot, we have fixes to the bugs and so many other things that are wrong with this game, because when you're trying to promote something that you believe in, but it's broken, it's like trying to sell somebody a car that's got like a dead battery or needs a tire change. You know, it's just, you look at it and you see the deficiencies and you really can't believe in it as much as you want to. At least that's how I see it. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a great Friday.